destruction of our home.
Alright, let's cut this. Zip, gone. Like most 3D platforming games, the story behind the game isn't really what gets you interested, is it? For the most part, it's generic, simple, and merely serves as a plot for what is to come. It introduces the main character, in this case Lucky, and some of his sidekicks and adversaries. While I guess it's interesting to watch for the first time, the backstory here is no different to any other, and you will likely forget most of it quickly once you get into the game proper. But here we go. So the story goes something like this. The evil sorcerer Jinx tried to gain all the power he could, and in doing so also destroyed the home of the Guardian Order, who were the Guardians of the Book of Order. Yeah, this kept the order. Anyway, Jinx cast a spell which scattered the members of the Guardian of the Order to the far reaches of space and away from their home, the Sky Castle. Anyway, to cut a fairly short story even shorter, one of the Guardians, Lucky, was lost to the others and must now collect as many pages from the Book of Order so he can travel to various worlds, destroy evil minions and of course the obligatory bosses, and restore peace to the universe and love to all men and women. No, I added. Anyway, understand that? Good. Now let's get into how the game actually plays, shall we? If you played the original game back on the Xbox in 2017, you'll remember the game had a few issues. Probably the two biggest were 1, the camera, and 2, the fact it came out very close to a fairly big game on the Switch called Mario Odyssey, which did it no favours at all, let's be honest. Now, almost 2 years later, and with the developers not simply porting it, they've gone back, fixed that awful camera, the AI, they have added extra visual effects and some extra levels. The game has another chance to shine on the Switch. The controls are pretty easy. From the start you have every move available to you. Jumping, tunnelling, tail swipe and targeting. There's literally no more moves to learn at all. And I guess this is going to annoy some people, but personally I didn't mind this, not at all. It didn't bother me. Lucky's moves are very smooth. He moves around some pretty gorgeous levels, and it is it is such a delight and so smooth and natural, going from jumping up to hit an enemy and then diving down underground to stealth attack another enemy and then suddenly popping up and tail swiping a third. The developers really have refined the controls and the movement. Although they have added a couple of extra stages to this new version, plus you get the DLC that was originally released, this isn't going to be a game that you sink dozens of hours into. I was actually talking to a couple of friends the other day and they both finished this game in one sitting. Personally, I've been playing it in a way where I play a level here and there, and I've been going back to different worlds and collecting everything I can in each level. This game is certainly going to appeal to younger gamers with the simplified control system, no extra learning really needed, and such charming character designs. There's nothing really new in this game. By new, I mean new to the genre. Everything in this game has been done before in others. It's just that new Super Lucky's Tale takes many ideas and fuses them together perfectly. With a combination of 3D, 2D, kind of endless runner levels and almost top-down puzzle levels, there is a nice array of styles. The puzzle levels where you're kind of moving these cat statues to certain points on a grid type layout, they're fun. were fun, are fun, but again, they're quite easy, and after about the 4th or the 5th one, it can start to get a wee repetitive. Do you know what I mean? Sound wise, it's okay. Actually, there were a few tunes that actually stuck in my head for a while. Not that long, but a little while. And I think they all fit the style and the charm of the game. There's no voice acting. Well, there is in the intro. Characters warble and chirp. Warble. Is that a word? Warble. Characters warble in strange and funny ways to each other. The game runs at 30 FPS. Oh my god, only 30 FPS. People are going to be screaming. But the game is very fluid, and to be honest, I probably noticed a handful of times where there was some frame drops. For the most part, it keeps to that 30. As I've said, it's not a long game. If you have an afternoon to spare, you're going to probably be able to complete the whole game. If, however, you're like me and you chop and change what game you're playing like the weather, it might take you a few short play sessions. Overall, New Super Lucky's Tale is a welcome title to the ever-expanding library of quality Switch titles. Sure, there are other great platformers to play, but without a doubt, this game deserves to be on Switch, in my opinion, obviously, and the developers should be proud of what they created. I, for one, certainly hope this leads to another Lucky title, be it a platformer or some other genre. So far, I've enjoyed nearly every moment of my time with this game. Those top-down puzzles I mentioned, I had a few times where the cat statues didn't move in the direction I meant them to move in, but that could be me not doing it correctly sometimes, so I'm not going to bash the game for something as small as that. Overall, if you're looking for a charming platform adventure, then you could do a lot worse than New Super Lucky's Tale. Or if you've got young children, this would be a great introduction to the genre. That is my first impressions basically of New Super Lucky's Tale on the Nintendo Switch. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please look out for notifications for future first impression videos and first looks. I thank you. Keep gaming, enjoy yourselves, stay safe, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.